Armikrog is a point-and-click adventure game realized in stop-motion animation. This is Tommynaut, the main character from Armikrog. He was a creation of our pal Douglas Tenaple. We were getting ready to figure out what our next project would be, and we called up Doug and asked him if he had any ideas. He just started sending drawings and drawings and drawings, and it was really great stuff, and Tommynaut was the character that came out of that.
He's crash-landed on this crazy planet, and he's stuck in a fortress called Armikrog. So he's trying to get out, along with his sidekick, Beak.
Okay, Beak.
Tommynaut, the character, is an astronaut. He's someone that's aspiring to be a hero. He tends to move in what he thinks are heroic poses. So he'll strike a pose because he's seen it before and seen other people in heroic situations act that way, but he's not really feeling it from the inside.
He's the kind of guy who is not quite where he'd like to be in terms of his status as an astronaut.
Yeah, this does not look good.
Michael Nelson of Riff Tracks and Mystery Science Theater fame is the voice of Tommynaut.
Beak, look at that. What do you make of this guy?
We were looking for somebody that kind of was a little bit of an everyman, played it a little straight. We didn't want any kind of over-the-top performance. And it's actually a really nice counterpart to Tommy's pal Beak, who is Rob Paulson.
Ooh, an omelet.
We had worked with Rob in the past. He always brings so much to the table in terms of personality and even content.
I don't think our pod insurance is gonna cover this. Our deductible is nuts too.
Beak is Tommy's blind alien dog, but he's actually his best friend.
At times he's kind of the voice of reason, but he's also a wisecracking guy that likes to have a good time.
We'd never done a game where you could switch control between two characters. Tommy and Beaky were such a cool little team together that we wanted to try it where you could switch between the characters and do different things with each character. Beaky's much smaller than Tommy, so obviously he can fit into areas that Tommy can't fit into. Tommy, you know, he's a bigger character, he's stronger, he can push things around. He's got opposable thumbs so he can pick things up. He can climb on things, so he does things that Beaky can't do as well.
Once he was designed, one of the first things we started to do was some pencil test animation, which are hand-drawn animations of the characters, kind of exploring some of their personality, the way they might walk or move.
So once we have a design that we're happy with and it's ready to make the jump from paper drawings to something dimensional, the first step is to create the skeleton for the character. So in stop motion, inside these characters are little skeletons called armatures. We'll design these armatures to fit the proportions of the character that we have in the drawing. I'll mount it to a piece of wood and then sculpt using plasticine what the character is going to look like over that armature. From that sculpt, we make a mold, and then using that mold, we put the armature in the mold and then inject foam rubber into the mold. And when that dries, we paint it with this special, it's called Pax paint. And you get a character like this. He looks like he's made out of clay, and we sculpt it so it looks that way, but this is far more durable than clay.
That gives us a physical puppet that we can bring on set and begin the stop-motion animation process. There's this magic when things all start to come together. You've done your animation, you've done your backgrounds, you're putting it in the game, you're seeing everything work together, and it's fun, and it's interesting, and it looks unique.
And that's how we brought Tommynaut to life. Hope you enjoy the game. Check it out.